Good morning. We listen to the podcast back. They all start the same with us like saying, morning, millennials. So I just wanted to start it a little differently so that we can differentiate this episode. Why is this episode unlike any other episode?
No. Why is this night different from all other nights?
Why is this episode different from all other episodes?
Because we're finally back and we're finally tan. I just feel like, honestly.
And it's finally spring.
It's finally spring.
Spring has sprung.
But more importantly, back to my tan, I feel like I've never been on, first of all, we went to the Caicos and I'd never been. The sun is so strong there.
So strong.
I think it's the strongest sun I've ever experienced.
100%. Like, sunscreen doesn't work.
And, it didn't work. I might as well have
not
worn it.
But sunscreen usually works. If I wear a layer of sunscreen, I never have to reapply and I don't get sunburned.
So not only were we in like the hottest place ever with the strongest sun ever, we were also there for the longest time ever. So like, I don't think I've ever had this even dark of a tan. Like, I look amazing. Like, I know I look amazing.
Yeah.
And I know you agree.
I do.
So this morning when I was doing my makeup, I was like, oh no, none of my foundations are gonna work. Like, nothing's gonna work. And it's very clear that I've been buying all the wrong products my whole life because all the products I have now were made for my skin tone now. So I don't know what I'm gonna do when I go back to like.
You should maintain this tan like through the spring, summer.
Okay.
And I think you should do it through a constant stream of spray tans.
I can't spray tan. Every time I get a spray tan, I regret it.
And sitting like on a rooftop.
This is my cycle of thought when I get a spray tan.
And planning trips. Like,
yes.
Every 2 weeks you should be going somewhere warm, hitting the sun.
Okay. This is my problem with spray tans. I get to a point where I'm literally the Michelin man. I'm white and puffy and rolly. And I'm like, you know what would make me look less puffy and rolly is if I was like a little darker. So I get a spray tan. Just like I have a pit the whole day leading up to the spray tan because it's like, oh, I can't sweat. I have to take my makeup off. What if I do? Do I leave my bra there? Like, it's a whole thing. Finally get there. I'm like so relieved. And I'm always like, you know what? Which shade should I do? And then I'm like, just give me the one I did last time. And I'm always wishing I went one lighter. Like, I look crazy. And then I smell and all my sheets like are shit stained and it's like a problem.
I understand that, but I do think that the benefits, well, there's only really one benefit, which is you look a little prettier and a little thinner.
A lot thinner.
Which outweigh the cons, which is the smelliness, the trek of showering. But this place that I go to doesn't express, so I only have to wait 2 hours.
Like, the waiting to shower is not my problem. Like, it's literally the least of my problems.
What's the most?
Everything. And it's like I went through all this trek, and I don't even like the way that it looks.
You know what's crazy I was thinking about, though? Your sound system.
What's wrong with my sound?
Okay, let's just take a moment, move your mic up.
Better?
Testing.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
I think what's crazy about spray tans is like they used to be shamed for so long, and it was like you don't go in a bed, and now it's like
now all those people died, and now all the normal people who know that spray tanning is better are still living.
It's like I feel like Kim Kardashian did a lot for spray tanning because it's like she's the tannest, like
Jimmy
always
Coco.
constantly tan.
Jimmy Coco.
What's that?
Jimmy Coco.
What's that?
It's like the spray tanner.
Oh, is it?
He does Jaclyn
And
Hill.
it's like she chooses to spray tan and not use a bed. But
No,
I remember in college I got a spray tan and my friends were like going to the bed.
I went into a bed once.
What?
Yeah, I got peer pressured into it. It
That's horrible.
The scariest moment of my life. Is my sound okay? It's still in and out. But why is that?
Is it a physical thing or a technical thing?
A physical manifestation of my sound.
Move it up more. Just keep on moving it up.
I'm high up now.
How am I? I'm good.
And what about me? Better? It's the live stream. Okay, not my fault.
You know what?
Fuck them.
Listen to the podcast if you
What
must.
were we saying?
The physical, oh no, sorry. We were saying you went to a bed.
Oh my God, okay, I got peer pressured into it in the Hamptons. Like, I just everyone around me was so tan and I just wanted a leg up on the competition. So I went and it was treacherous and I was so afraid and I think I did it wrong because there's a special area for your head and face. But I just put my whole thing in the thing. Who the hell is calling me right now? No way.
Someone who doesn't, a telemarketer?
Cade, one of my best friends. I'm live.
Maybe he thinks you're still on vacation.
Do you think he wants to be in on the show?
Yeah, well, maybe he has something to say. Maybe he has breaking news.
He's private, so he would be upset if I did that, I think.
Okay, but he's the one calling you.
Do you think it's
10:30
breaking news?
a.m. Eastern time.
There's no way it's breaking news.
I don't know. We're getting so off track. I couldn't go into bed. I would feel like someone there. Like, that's my fear.
That's just one of the fears, because it's a fucking coffin, literally. I will never go. And of course, Sam has never been in a bed. She values her life.
Totally.
I'm letting you know. The Jersey Shore cast is not going to be around for much longer.
They bed?
Did you ever watch an episode of Jersey Shore?
I don't know.
GTL?
All I think of tanning now is spray tanning and sun tanning. Oh my God, I can't with beds. That gives me such anxiety.
Yeah.
Claustrophobia.
Totally.
The room is caving in. We're in a coffin. Anyways.
Have you ever gotten an MRI? No.
Have you?
No, Ben has twice, and that's a true coffin.
Stop. That's so scary because like those are good for you, unlike tanning beds.
Right, like it's like you're in a coffin. But what?
Like Sam from Jersey Shore, I said stop so many times.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that.
No, I know.
What?
Like I heard myself saying stop. Like
Okay.
I was being Sam.
Oh,
so then
okay,
I just said stop.
Well, I feel like my sound isn't working, but whatever. We have such a busy show for you today. We have obviously the fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast. Wow, that was close.
You can also smell your morning toast, guys.
Yeah.
Smell it before you take a bite.
Be
Make
afraid.
sure all your ingredients are fresh and not expired.
Don't be afraid. And then it's Wednesday, so we have lots of Dear Toasters from honestly some of our more fucked up listeners. Like they're crazy.
Yeah, well, we don't know what the Dear Toasters are. We've just been told that they're crazy.
Oh, but today is a major special day because it's also the first day of our brand new intern, Jacob, who's right over here in the corner. He's so cute. And you guys can follow him on Instagram.
And he's going to help make the show even more premium. Yeah. So, like, it's a win for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it is his first day and my audio's not working, so, like, he might get fired, but I'm kidding.
Oh, we're good.
Everyone can hear me. Yay!
Also, it's Zach's birthday.
Oh my God, it is?
Yes.
Oh my God, hold on, I have to text him.
Immediately. You guys,
Immediately!
He had such a fun
Jackie,
time
what's that from?
Mean Girls.
Okay,
What do you think? I live under a rock?
Hold on, let me text him.
He had such a fun time on the podcast yesterday. That episode was so funny to film. And it's so funny because our audio was amazing. Like, probably, like, better than it is right now. We were in the loudest lounge, but that little Zoom thing that we got is amazing. You couldn't hear anything, so we're, like, so self-conscious and laughing, and it made the episode so funny. And then the people with the dominoes, it was just it was a perfect storm of hilarity.
Zach, happy birthday, bro.
Bruv?
Bro. Okay, so sorry. As we were saying, we have Dear Toasters, we have the Fast 5, and then we have a very special guest, kind of controversial.
Yeah, well, so it seems.
So it seems. We met her, Ashley Jacobs, newest cast member of Southern Charm. Bravo, Southern Charm is here. We met her. She couldn't have been more lovely, beautiful, and
Thomas is here.
So, like, not only did she exceed my expectations just by being a lovely person, like, she brought Thomas, so, like, I'm dead.
And I'm forever in debt.
And Thomas is, like a gentleman. Like, we asked him if he wanted to come on. He was like, let her,
Yeah. I'm so excited to talk to them.
Thomas understands, like, how big of a platform this is, and he wouldn't want to intrude.
Totally. Look at the platforms. No, I'm so excited to get to know them like we've never seen them before, because I feel like we're capable of bringing that out in people, and maybe what we see on Southern Charm isn't all there is.
This is what the toast is all about, just,
giving people
shedding light.
Shedding light.
And we don't let people's past dictate their futures.
Exactly. What a beautiful note to begin on.
Let's jump into our first story that Jackie's going to read from her beloved iPad.
Beloved. Oh my God, speaking of stop. Jersey Shore star Ronnie Ortiz Magro apologizes after putting baby mama on blast in explosive Instagram fight.
They're out of control.
This was messy as fuck, and I honestly don't even want to go into the sordid details because, like, we're too good for this.
No, and it's like, you are way too old to be fighting on social media.
You have a child, like... Yeah. Take a note out of Kim's book and stop saying bad things
and then, like, in the middle of all this, he's hanging out with Sheena. How do you get from I get it, they both live in Vegas, but anytime I see Ronnie's name in the headlines, it really pisses me off because it's like, you spelled Margot wrong. Magro, like Margot. Like, it really pisses me off.
Also, we need to clarify, Ronnie does not live in Vegas, he lives in Nevada.
Oh,
he lives in the suburbs of the Sin City.
Like, I know that Las Vegas is bigger than the Strip, but it's, like, really not. And he lives in, I think it's Reno.
Yes. Okay, so here are some of the details. Jersey Shore star Ronnie Ortiz Magro has apologized after getting into a nasty fight with his girlfriend and baby mama Jen Harley, airing their dirty laundry out on social media. Ronnie's social media battle began when he posted an Instagram, note to self, can't turn a natural-born hoe into a housewife. If you find them in the gutter, then leave them in the gutter, he continued. Not all people can be saved when they are so far gone. All you can say, you did your best and keep it moving. He captioned the photo with the hashtag facts. And yeah, buddy. He followed that up with another IG shortly after one, which gave a little more insight into the feud. If your significant other keeps sex videos of their ex, shouldn't they show enough respect to delete them, especially after being in a new relationship for over a year? He asked, along with a yes-no poll for fans to vote. Okay, that's kind of funny.
I love audience interaction.
But Ronnie wasn't done yet. He then shared 2 text message conversations, one which appears to be with his Jersey Shore co-stars in a group called Just Us, We Famous Fam. used to be, of his girlfriend's alleged racy video, someone named Dina, likely Dina Cortez, asked, "What girl even keeps that, LOL?" Ron's response, "Exactly." Another text message to someone named Mikey, possibly the situation, had the caption, "So everyone knows I'm not a cheating scumbag. My actions are cause my disgrace and fidelity." In addition to those posts, he also shared messages from fans who had his back.
Okay,
also, on the other side, his baby mama accused him of doing drugs and being a cheater.
Not even accused. She had the bag of cocaine. Like, that was wild.
Right. It was empty.
Here's the thing. Everyone knows how I feel about Ronnie. Like, he's truly, like, manipulative and abusive. And, like, watching watching Jersey Shore back as an adult is quite eye-opening to, like, to see, like, we had a front row seat to an abusive relationship. Like, and here it is again. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what she did, but, like, he's out of control, seriously. And if I ever ran into him, like, I would genuinely be afraid of him, partly because I've spoken so much shit about him on the show. But, like, he has got to stop.
Yeah.
Maybe, like,
wait, what has he got to do?
Stop. Maybe someone needs to tell him, like, Ron, maybe you're the problem. Like, it's not everyone else. It's you.
But I also feel like his castmates should be holding him accountable, and I feel like they've tried to.
Yeah, they should be holding him.
That wasn't even a major one.
No, it wasn't. That was a stretch. I'm sorry.
It could have gone.
It was, yeah, no. But, you know, have I ever let anything go?
No. But they should be holding him accountable because he needs to be a better man. He's a father now. Like,
wow, I just saw you scroll to the second story, and, like, I'm so excited about it because it has, like, it's a tangled web of lies.
A tangled web of lies. Okay, but
do you have anything else to say about Ronnie?
No, but I haven't caught up on Jersey Shore Family Vacation. Speaks to the show, not to me. And the situation is engaged, I just wanted to say.
I know. Oh, my God. I'm so happy for him.
That girl is ride or die.
Yeah,
like, she was with him she started dating him at his lowest. Like, not even when he was famous. And she's just been, like, riding this wave. And, like, good for them. I think she's the real deal. I think they're the real deal. And
in the words of Florida Georgia Line, it's meant to be.
If it's meant to be, it will be. Baby, just let it be. Baby, stay over here.
I love that song.
Relax.
It's literally the best song.
It's not better.
Jackie disagrees.
I don't think it's the best song. Like, I think it's a good song for the radio, but it doesn't. It doesn't move me.
When BB Rexa comes on, it's unbelievable. And I think part of the reason why I like it so much is because I've been watching this season of American Idol, and this guy Caleb, who you would love, he, like, lost 70 pounds in the year that he has been on American Idol, and, like, a little bit before that.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I feel like so many people in between auditions in Hollywood like lost weight.
And he's just, like, having this, like, moment where, like, he's, like, growing up. He lost a lot of weight. He's, like, kind of handsome now. And, like, the judges are just, like, loving watching him, like, grow up. And he has the most amazing, like, Southern country voice. He doesn't even have to try when he sings. And he picks the best songs. And when they did pairings, they paired celebrities, singers with the artists. He sang Meant to Be with BB Rexa, and he sang the Florida Georgia Line song. And it was so good.
That's good. Okay, I'll listen to that. But I think
that's
as
part
a
of the
song,
reason why I just love the song.
As a song, it's, like, very simple and basic, and it doesn't do much for me, but it doesn't do, like, it doesn't take away.
No, you don't understand. Like, we're going to CMA Fest. And I just want to let you know, like, when Florida Georgia Line comes on and they undoubtedly sing that song with or without BB Rexa, so, like, you will not be able to find me because I'll be dead in the ground 6 feet under.
That's beautiful.
I'm so excited for CMA
I'm so
Fest.
excited.
Because, oh, by the way, because it was also Stagecoach this weekend, and we happened to have planned our trip right during Stagecoach, so we weren't able to go. And, like, I was having major FOMO, especially because Casey Musgraves was there. I'm like, she doesn't perform anywhere these days.
You know what's weird is I was having major FOMO. I was watching everything that I could find on Instagram stories. And everyone was posting everything except no one posted Casey Musgraves, which is weird. I feel like people, like, don't love her as much as we do.
No, she is, like, technically a country artist, but, like, Rolling Stone categorizes her as, like, alternative. And she started in country, and she, like, grew up in a trailer park, so people, like, think she's country, but, like, she's really, like, indie.
But she's country.
But her latest album is not country.
But it's like, okay, it's good. I don't know.
Same
like,
trailer,
why
different
don't
park.
people love it like the way that we do? Like,
I don't know.
I would have been, like, dying for her.
No, you don't understand.
She would have been my whole story. Like,
she's not at CMA Fest. Like, just please kill me now.
I can't. And also,
need to
you know
book our
who's going to
hotels.
be at CMA Fest?
Let me think.
One word: protection.
Mason Ramsey. Yeah, we. That's part of the reason we're being flown out to CMA Fest is we're part of his security detail. Just we need to protect him at all costs.
I am head of Mason Ramsey's
emotional
security.
Yeah.
And I think I'm doing a really good job because he seems great. And, like, whatever it takes, I will stop at nothing to protect him.
Let's go move into our second story.
Speaking of someone who was not protected.
No, that's exactly what it is.
Avicii, suicide was by broken glass, says TMZ. So here's the story. And
according to TMZ.
According to TMZ, who has lied before and told us that Hailey Steinfeld was definitely dating Justin Bieber when she was definitely not.
TMZ lied straight to my face on television.
Oh, right.
They literally made up lies about me.
Multiple.
They said that Donald Trump tweeted at me, like, and they also said I had 8.2 million followers, which, thank you, but I have 2.8. So, like, I can barely take anything they say at face value anymore, where I used to come to them as like my number one source of information.
Totally. I thought
They just spewed lies. You know what? I want a rebuttal.
And also, you know what else they did? They had that video of Tristan since October and they didn't post it until all the shit came out. So like, I used to trust them implicitly, and after a series of unfortunate events, I no longer trust them, and here is another event, which is extremely unfortunate. Avicii committed suicide with broken glass he used to cut himself, TMZ has learned. Multiple sources familiar with the circumstances surrounding this famous DJ's death tell us he did take his own life, something his parents alluded to last week. Our sources say the method of death was a shard glass that caused massive bleeding. Two sources tell us Avicii broke a bottle and used the glass to inflict the fatal wound. One of the sources says it was a wine bottle. Two sources tell us the point of injury was Avicii's neck, but another strongly denies that, saying it was his wrist. We cannot confirm this, but the sources were privy to specific information about Avicii's death. As TMZ reported, the 28-year-old was found dead April 20th in the Middle Eastern country of Oman. He battled alcohol problems for years, and his friends worried those issues would eventually kill him.
Oh, please.
Okay. Wait, I just want to say something. I know what you're going to say, and I know what you're going to cite. I just want to say, if what you're saying is true, be careful about what you say.
Oh, so true.
Because he's Avicii.
I could be next.
And you could be next, is all I'm saying.
After all, according to TMZ, I have 8.2 million followers.
Right.
All right, this is what I'll say.
His family did release a message that included that it was suicide, saying he really struggled with thoughts about meaning, life, happiness. He could not go any longer. He wanted to find peace.
I just want to say, like, you don't go to like a random country in the Middle East to like, I mean, I don't know, I've never like killed myself, but you don't do that, I feel like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Everyone knows what's really going on. He didn't really kill himself. Like, this is another Mark sailing at its finest.
And TMZ also perpetuated that Mark. Like, they never even questioned whether or not it was a suicide.
Did you know that like Mark Sailing had defensive wounds under his fingernails? Like, no, because he fought for his life, but you think he committed suicide. But no, he was really about to give up the names of some of the biggest pedophiles in Hollywood and died the next day. So now Avicii's in a club a week before he died.
Was it a club?
Mm-hmm. Where he saw literally like a 90-year-old man and a 12-year-old girl like interacting in a way that was not consensual. And he tried to protect the girl. This is what the blinds say. He tried to protect the girl.
Claudia,
and he didn't know that they were married. So this guy like was really upset. And then Avicii like fell down a rabbit hole of like human trafficking and like all these things in Hollywood. And he was planning on doing a documentary. And now there is no documentary and there is no Avicii. So if you want to believe what TMZ tells you and just be blind to the atrocities of our world, then please, by all means. Ignorance truly is bliss.
Truly.
But because of my addiction to blind gossip, I can't be as fortunate. I don't have any ignorance.
And also the addiction to this story just not adding up.
No, does not add up.
So it makes you turn to blind gossip because someone's not giving you answers.
Apparently his brother flew out like right before to that Middle Eastern country to like see him. I don't know. It's just all so weird.
It's so weird. I'm not saying anything about it because I didn't even read those lines, and honestly, I don't want trouble.
But no, if the troublemakers are listening, please know this. I don't know any of your names, so I won't say them, so please don't come after me.
Thank you.
Well, I'm like literally have to sleep with one eye open.
Thank you, troublemakers. Okay. Speaking of trouble, Tristan Thompson breaks social media silence after Khloe Kardashian cheating scandal. Okay, I forgot that we chined this. But anyways, he posted to his Instagram, what an atmosphere in the queue. Great win. # on to the next one.
Ben says every time he has the ball, they chant Khloe.
That's fucking hilarious.
I know.
And he's playing amazingly, which apparently is new for him.
Thing.
No,
but every time, third trimester Thompson, every time he cheats.
Oh, no, but the playing amazingly is new for him.
It's like unclear if he's a good player or not. I haven't gotten a straight answer from like
he's
the sports
not
world.
good. He's being good right now.
Oh
you said on the show that he was good.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna actually no, I feel like he doesn't know basketball.
KFC.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, is Tristan Thompson good?
Jacob, do you know basketball?
No.
Does anyone in this room?
He's pretty good. Like I think he's.
Do you know basketball?
Yeah, that's when last time we asked the room, we got a this.
Yeah, everyone's like, sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad.
I mean, he's no Kobe.
Jackie, if Kobe literally came up to you and like sat on your face,
Yes,
would you know who he
yes,
was?
I would. He's no LeBron, and I would know him because of Trainwreck.
Of course.
I love LeBron.
Yeah, you're like the only one.
I love his personality.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm the only one who loves him for his personality and not his basketball skills.
No, he really.
$82 million contract.
Who does?
For how long?
I don't know.
I heard it was 18 million.
No, it's just like
5 year, $82 million.
5 years,
$82 million contract. Not too shabby, I'll say.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Must be nice.
But
What would
anyways-
you do with $82 million?
Retire to Turks and Caicos.
Well, of course, but like.
I would retire to Turks and Caicos.
No, seriously, if I had $82 million, I would put away 52 million of it. No, 62 million of it to just earn interest, like make money, invest. And then the 22 million I would just like live off of for the rest of my life, like in a nice house. I wouldn't buy a private jet because it's like expensive to maintain, but I would.
And if you're retired, like where are you going?
Traveling, seeing the world.
I thought you said that doesn't interest you.
It doesn't, but like maybe if I was rich, it would.
Yeah, maybe if you were doing it the right way.
No, traveling doesn't interest me because I have to like sit and coach.
And like stay at a hostel.
Yeah, but like if I had a private plane and like, I don't know, I could stay at the Ritz.
Put it on the Ritz.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Anyways, I had a dream about Khloe and Tristan last night. Wow, it's just hitting me.
That's weird.
They were like trying to make it work and he was like still being rude to her and she like threw Kim out of her room for trying to tell her the truth.
And like, were you there or you were just watching it on TV?
I was there.
How interesting.
It was weird. I was like at a preview for, I don't even know. I think it was like, I don't know. My dreams and reality are just conflating and it's just so crazy.
You want to know why? Because we're living the dream. Not anymore.
It's not as cute anymore.
No.
Okay, this fourth story, I know you're gonna have a lot of thoughts on.
Okay, I know it.
Busy Phillips is getting a talk show. E! has ordered Busy Tonight, the working title, a talk show hosted and executive produced by Cougar Town actress, our sister site Deadline reports. And I guess it's because her delightful Instagram stories are getting the TV treatment, is what TV Line is saying.
Oh, okay. So if Instagram Stories is now like an auditioning platform for TV, then like I would have had one a year ago. This is just what I want to say. Like, she's fine. There's nothing wrong with her. But like, her husband's a successful producer. Like, I'm just like so over people getting things like because of like who they're related to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like enough already. Like, great, she has funny Instagram stories. Like, so do half the people on the internet, and then you meet them in real life, and they're like morons.
Yeah.
It's like people from the internet, like it's so like, okay, so traditional media like randomly plucks people from the internet to give them the opportunity, and then like it's always a failure.
Bethany Moda.
Yeah, it's always a failure, and then like internet people get like this bad stigma because they gave Grace Helbig a show. Like, pick better people from the internet.
Who would you pick? Who do you think is internet that's real? Oh wow, tough question. I see.
Oh, do you know Girl with No Job and Jackie O?
Yes.
I would choose them.
Wow, like those girls can talk for over an hour straight.
Yeah.
And if they just talked a little bit slower, it'd be 2 hours.
No, I'm just saying, like, talking directly into your phone and being like quirky isn't a talent anymore.
I agree.
We're so beyond elevated. Like, we're better than that. And I'm just like, I don't know, I'm over it. Like, great. Like, and then it's just, Busy Phillips obviously is gonna be a failure. Like, and then they're gonna be like so trepidatious about giving another show to another digital personality because Busy Phillips failed it for all of us.
Is Busy Phillips a digital personality?
Now she is, yeah.
Really? I don't follow her stuff, but you know what I did?
She does like brand partnerships. She like worked with Betches. Like, she's digital now.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Kim is obsessed with her Instagram stories and puts all of her KKW fragrance stuff on the Instagram stories.
What?
Yeah, she's an influencer.
What world are we living in?
She's an influencer who happened to be in White Chicks.
And Dawson's Creek. And I started watching Freaks and Geeks on the plane, and she's in it.
Yeah, by the way, I've been begging you to watch Freaks and Geeks. Did you like it?
Did you watch it? Mm-hmm. I watched 4 episodes. I liked it. Like, I got it. I was laughing at Linda Cardellini's dad. Like, everyone, you go to the prom and then you die.
Wait, it's so weird that it's Linda Cardellini.
Who is Linda Cardellini? I thought it was...
Jackie, I'm about to blow your mind.
Wait, no.
No, I'm about to blow your mind.
I'll tell you what I knew her from.
She's Chutney from Legally Blonde. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. When I
She's
had this
beautiful.
realization... I know! Linda Cardellini was in Freaks and Geeks.
You're
lying! And she
lying!
played Lindsay, like this cute little girl. And then, like, literally she never worked again. And nobody realized that she was the iconic role of Chutney in Legally Blonde.
She's
who
also...
killed Brooke Wyndham's husband.
But she didn't mean to shoot him.
She
thought it was you walking through the door.
That is Linda Cardellini, you guys. And now she's working again. She's in Daddy's Home.
Well, I knew she was in Daddy's Home. And honestly, when I saw her on Freaks and Geeks, I couldn't get the timelines right. I was like, oh, it's Zoe Deutsch.
Yeah.
Until the credits rolled and it was Linda Cardellini. I was like, I don't know her.
Jackie, the moment I realized Linda Cardellini was also Chutney, like, my life was never the same.
That's shocking. Oh my God. I can't watch anymore.
So we have one more story
Also,
about the Dear Toasters. Is that the lay of the land?
And everyone's in love with Linda Cardellini. Yeah, but I just want to say like a note because they are like the Pineapple Express OG crew. You know, that crew.
Yeah, Judd Apatow.
And Jason Segel is the bee's knees.
He is the hottest man
Like,
alive.
I've always thought he was so cute, but he's like at his prime in Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah, and also like in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Like, when people try and actually. My type has like kind of changed because like I just say John Mayer's my type because like he is and he looks like Ben, so I feel like it's not cheating. But like Jason Segel, Vince Vaughn, John Mayer's like so my type. Like chubby but like slim.
Not slim.
No, but like not like obese.
Yeah.
I'm not like one of those.
Okay.
Except Ben is on keto and he's like getting so skinny, it's like making me self-conscious.
Oh my God, today is day one of my whole new lifestyle. I took so many vitamins this morning. I'm trying to just change my way of life.
And today,
because what I've been doing is not working for me
and
anymore.
today is day one of just being happy for me. So at least one of us is happy. While
Well,
you're
you know
on a
what?
diet.
It's still early, so
Yeah.
it's too soon to tell
That's true.
how this one's gonna go. But maybe my vitamins will make me feel better because it's like when I don't get enough iron, but now I'm taking iron, so maybe I'll be okay.
Maybe.
This final story is truly a blessing. True Hollywood Story is returning to E. Oh, I'm
It's
so
True
fucking
Hollywood Story.
No, but it's okay. Well, first of all, the headline is True Hollywood Story is
Oh my
returning
God, is that
to
what
E.
it's called? I always thought it was
No,
True Hollywood
it's
Story.
E's, but it's E's story, so they're not going to say E.
Yeah, but like,
Anyways, E! True Hollywood Story is making a comeback. The series, which began its original run in 1996, is returning to E! With a greater focus on giving a voice to the major moments that are reshaping pop culture and changing the world.
so epic, and I can't believe, like, obviously since they're giving Busy Phillips a show, like, E has been, like, thirsty for, like, good quality content ever since the Kardashians. Like, they haven't been able to do it. Like, failure after failure after failure. And you just, like, you would think that, like, they would have brought this back a long time ago. Because, like,
Yeah.
it's
It's an
we're-
obvious
now we're,
choice.
like, our culture's even more obsessed with, like,
Reboots.
no, not even with reboots, but just like celebrities and pop culture and like each, like the O.J. Simpson crime show was so successful. Like we're just obsessed with these moments. Like you would think he would have brought it back like so much longer ago.
Someone there just got hired who's in tune with what's necessary,
Right.
and the other people working there have not been. A lot of their new shows have been announced. I guess that's why we're talking about
Yeah,
them.
it's like it's called The New Front, I think.
Oh, did they just have their new friend? Is
I
that
think,
what happened?
I think.
Cool. Or no, Upfront.
Whatever.
They have their Upfront because they're TV. New Friends Digital. So we should have a new
We
friend.
used to be a part of that.
We should have a new friend.
Okay.
Okay.
Original programming. Girl with Podcast is back.
Patreon account.
Caroline's shows. There's still some tickets available.
Almost at 100K. And
Theo.
we have some other exciting
Tiffany Thornton.
developments.
She has an original program starting on our show.
Right. And I was just going to say one more thing. Oh, that Natalie and Olivia from WAGS, we were talking about this in the
They
car.
also got their own
are
show.
also getting their own show about their family. And I'm so excited because I have been rooting for them since
You have.
day one. And I'm so glad that I was not the only one. Now,
We have our Dear Toaster segment, which is an advice segment that you could submit to if you email deartoasters@gmail.com. Our lovely intern, Jacob, will be reading through all of your problems. They are anonymous, so don't worry. But we're talking all things from relationships to work-life balance, to weddings,
whatever
to
you
bridesmaids.
guys have on the docket.
So we-
also, is Guap really coming back, Girl with the Podcast?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Maybe she is.
Maybe she is. Just keep staying tuned, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, first one, love related. My boyfriend and I have been dating for a little over 4 years, and we are currently long distance. A couple weeks ago, he brought up the topic of ring shopping. This
Ooh.
completely threw me through a loop because isn't marriage supposed to be a two-person conversation? I'm 23 and not at all ready for that important step in my life. Why am I afraid he's not the one? How do I know for sure? You don't know for sure because you don't live near each
But
other,
that's
and
so
being in a
funny.
long-distance relationship is so much easier than being in a short-distance relationship.
I don't know how to give this kind of advice because I'm always giving advice for how to get married and how to not get married.
Yeah, no, but you don't know enough about someone in a long distance relationship. They're
Yeah.
and it's not that I think long distance relationships can't work. You guys
No,
could be perfectly right for each other,
they can't
but
work.
you've never both went to a restaurant together, had food poisoning, and there's only one bathroom.
Right.
So
you don't know a person until you're fighting for the toilet.
right,
Or you don't
Or,
know a person
you don't-
until one of you has to go down to the lobby bathroom.
right, or you don't know a person until you're patiently waiting for the toilet, and it's how do you handle yourself in that
Yeah.
moment?
Or,
How much do you really care about what this person thinks
That's
of you?
so true. Or you don't really truly know someone until they need an enema.
Right. So I guess I don't know Zach.
I know Ben very well, and Ben
Wow.
knows me.
No, but I know Zach because I know we'll each give ourselves our own enema.
Yeah,
I
which
would
is
sooner
really hard.
I would sooner sit on an enema than have him.
Oh my God. Okay, so moral of the story, this girl, obviously he's not for
Don't
you.
feel weird about not being sure because how could you be sure you don't even know this man?
You've never seen him poop, so
You've never even met him.
yeah.
How many days have you spent together at once? You can't have spent more than a week together. And
That's so crazy about long distance relationships.
yeah.
Honestly,
And
I don't want to
then
offend
people
anyone.
are in long distance relationships for so long.
I don't want to offend anyone, but they're kind of bullshit.
No, but here's the problem with long distance relationships. You're in them for so long because you never really have a problem with this person.
Yeah, and ending
Nothing
it-
ever comes to a head because you see them for a week, then you finally get to go breathe. You don't see them again for a month. By
Yeah.
the time you see them again, you like them again. So you never really get
It's almost ideal.
right, but then it's not real.
No, it's fake as hell. It's pen pal. You might as well be writing to someone in prison. you know? Okay, let's go to our second tier toasters. What is it about?
Anyways, hope that was helpful. Give him an enema and you'll see if you love him. Work related. I'm a nanny and love the kids I nanny for. Lie.
Lies.
My only gripe, great word, is that they're fucking dirty as hell. There's always food on the floor and clothes all over the goddamn place. That is honestly so overwhelming. They're kids. What do you expect from them?
But she's not a housekeeper. She's a nanny.
Yeah, I clean their downstairs every day while watching two kids by myself, but somehow when they're both off work, can't seem to keep anything together. The kids work?
No, she's saying the parents.
Okay.
Like, the parents don't contribute.
Okay, it almost feels as if they're not cleaning because they know I will. The next day I come into work and it's dirty again. I've gotten to the point where I'm resentful and annoyed because I feel like I shouldn't have to do the grown-up dishes when I have to do my own. And also it's just gross. So how do I politely tell these people without offending them that I'm over the mess? Stop cleaning up
that is so
after
tough.
them.
Yeah, stop cleaning up. Like, you made a huge mistake the first time you started to clean because then you set a precedent, like, you can't not clean. But, you know, it's not your fucking job. You're not getting paid enough. Like, stop cleaning those people's house.
This calls for a little bit of passive aggression.
Which is a favorite tactic of mine.
Yeah, and you know, it's usually always works. So I would start with just not cleaning the house. And then if they say, why aren't you cleaning the house? You say, I'm not a housekeeper. Oh, and if you want me to clean the house, pay me.
No, be like, I'm not a housekeeper, but I know a great one. Here's her number.
No, or pay me. Pay me for housekeeper and nanny.
No,
I don't get paid enough for this.
That's really annoying.
That's really annoying. Stop cleaning the house.
Yeah.
But then it's like you have to live in a dirty...
Or work in a dirty, like, office. Or train the kids to, like, fucking clean up after themselves.
Oh my God, totally. That would be a fun game.
Yeah,
where
like
you're
teaching them how to
kids,
sweep.
Like, let's do the dishes.
Yeah.
First one to do all the dishes, like,
gets a gummy bear. That's how you would have to entice me.
One gummy bear would entice you?
No, I don't even like gummy bears. But like 10 M&Ms, I would do it.
Really? Yeah. As a kid, yeah, for
Peanut
sure.
butter M&Ms.
That's like the golden. And it's like if you've seen Matilda, like you're only used to 2 M&Ms.
Yeah, and you eat the red and blue ones, and then you get pulled out by your pigtails and just swung around the schoolyard. Okay, we're gonna do our final Dear Toasters before we bring out our guest, Ashley Jacobs.
I'm so excited for
Me
her. Okay, friendship related.
Okay.
Help.
I need somebody.
Help.
Not just anybody.
Help.
You know I need someone. Help.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
I have 5 bridesmaids and 1 maid of honor. One of the bridesmaids has been super passive aggressive to me.
I love bridesmaids.
Really? Because I feel like this has become like such a point of contention for so many friendships that it's like we should just do away with the whole system.
No, I love it.
I'm
saying I love like doing Dear Toasters about bridesmaids.
Oh, no, I'm saying it's proving to me that this
Okay, one of them has been
super passive aggressive to me since I've asked her. She was my big in my sorority and one of my really close friends. I think she's bitter I didn't ask her to be the maid of honor, and now she's making every bridal outing not as fun because her negative energy is so obvious. I have talked to her about it and nothing is getting better. I'm worried the day of our wedding is going to roll around and she's going to bring the party down and our day is going to be bitter because she's bitter. What do you think I should do? Okay.
There is a special place in hell for like girls or boys who like make other people's weddings about themselves. Like it's so, I don't care like how upset you are, get over it. And if I was this girl, I would literally be like, I don't want you as my bridesmaid anymore because you're obviously not the person I thought you were, that you are just so butthurt about something so stupid and superficial that you're willing to ruin like the bachelorette party, the bridal shower. Like, fuck you, bitch.
She's not even in your grade. Like she's a year older than you. Like grow up.
Aren't you too mature for this?
Right. I don't know. If someone on my bachelorette party does that and is bringing negative energy, I'm going to say pack your bags, buy a ticket, and go home.
No, yeah. Pack your bags, buy a ticket, go to hell.
But also just go home. Like, I will not be shy about kicking someone out of my bachelorette party because in situations like that, you just have to be selfish.
I agree.
And I am not afraid to do so. So just a note to anyone who will be invited. You could also be uninvited just like that.
Do you think I'll be invited?
Of course, sister. And I think you'll bring positive energy.
Oh, only positive energy.
But it's like, even if you're there and like maybe you're just having a bad week or something, or like you're feeling fat or you don't want to drink or you're on Whole30.
Which is never a problem for me. I never feel fat because I'm beautiful and I never don't want to drink.
So I'm saying to one, like maybe you're not like bitter in general, but you're just having a bad weekend. Like I'll send you home. Don't worry. And maybe I'll even pay for your flight because I'm that kind of friend.
What?
No, I'm kidding. But maybe I'll give you points.
Yeah, okay.
Kidding again.
Okay, we are going to cut to a quick break and then we will be back with our guest from Southern Charm, Ashley Jacobs. If you have questions for her, feel free to comment in the Facebook and YouTube live stream and we will do our best to get those questions to her. So we will see you in a minute. And we are back with Southern Charms, Ashley Jacobs. Hello, Ashley.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're so
Thank you for
excited that
joining
you're
us.
here.
I appreciate
We are
it.
big fans of the show.
Yes.
So that leads us to our first question, which is, did you watch the show before you went on?
I had never seen season 1 or 2. It's actually a really funny story. Obviously, I'm a nurse, and I had a patient. One day I was going to her home. I do home care, I did hospice, and she had the show on. And I'm doing her bandaging, and I see it's probably end of season 3 where Thomas is trying to get out the window. Okay? I don't know if you know, if you've watched it. Okay. So, and I'm doing her bandaging, I'm looking at this and I'm going, my gosh, this is some good stuff, you know, but I wasn't aware of what was going on. So as soon as I went home, I'm like, I'm going to DVR the rest of this, even though I had no clue. I'm like, there's some good drama on this show. So then, you know, the next season when it came out, I think there was maybe only one episode it just premiered when I met Thomas.
Okay.
Actually, almost a year ago today.
Oh, wow.
So when
Happy almost 1 year anniversary.
Yes, well, I mean, yeah.
Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, wow.
Technically, yeah, Cinco de Mayo is when we met. So when I saw him at a bar, I didn't know if that was him. And I wasn't so familiar. And the funniest thing was my girlfriend's a big fan of the show, and I had just watched an episode with her because she DVR'd it. We watched it on a Wednesday, and she was going away for a bachelorette party on a Friday. And when I went to this bar, I saw him and I go, him? Do you think, is that him? And I was like, Nikki would die if she was here. Of course, she picks the worst weekend.
Right.
So when I saw him at a distance, first of all, I was wearing a sombrero, and you know, all the guys were in board shorts and flip-flops, and you know, I'm wearing a bathing suit with a cover-up, and here's this guy crossway dressed to the nines. He just stuck out like a sore thumb.
White jeans?
Yes, white, probably. Yes, most likely white jeans.
White jeans today, they look good.
And the funniest thing about it was I'd only seen the first episode, and the way they made the first episode look like was that he was going to get with Landon. Okay, so I figured he's in a relationship.
Right.
So I was looking for her. And I didn't see him, and he was waiting behind the bar for a drink, and I was with a table of friends, and I said, I'm like, that guy, you know, needs to come join us. He's by himself.
Right.
So when he did it on TV, he goes, shh. It wasn't really like that. It was more like, come over here. I really want a picture with you to send to my girlfriend. I want a selfie. That was it.
That's
and
so funny.
I thought he'd be flattered by that. I didn't have this intention of, oh, I'm going to get him and trap him. I wanted a picture, which he never gave to me until the end of the night. So he was really funny because he told me, because I asked him, I said, you know, why didn't you give me that picture earlier? And he goes, because usually when people come up to take selfies, they get their selfies and they leave.
Yeah.
He goes, I didn't want you to go. So yeah, he goes, I wanted you to stay. So
That's
that
so
was
sweet.
That's so sweet.
Well,
how
a lot
that
of people
happened.
want to know if since being on the show, you're still a full-time nurse.
Yes.
Full-time.
Yes.
Wow.
I just finally got my license in South Carolina. So actually it's still temporary. We're trying to get it. Get the actual license, so that's the only thing, because I see all these people looking, because it's public record, so people can look, and they're like, oh, she's not a nurse. Oh,
Yeah, everyone
I am a
has
nurse.
something to say.
I have a temporary license. California is where I'm from, so it's a big state, and they always say they're really tardy to get that license going, so I'm still waiting on that, but I am working on a temporary license, yes.
That's great.
So I'm working, full-time, and I have three patients that I work with, and I go to their homes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So when did you move to Charleston?
So I think it was beginning of August.
Oh, wow.
So that's what people, don't know is I was in a transitionary period. I grew up in California. I was ready for a change. Like LA, San Diego, do I want to go to New York? Well, I have friends and family in Vegas, of all places, and I actually had some connections, and I was applying out there, and I got 2 jobs out there, and I had to sign a contract as a 3-year contract. And this was around the same time that I had started dating Thomas. And I said to Thomas, I said, I wonder if we could still make this work, but I'm going to be out here once I sign this contract. And he goes, well, you can work as a nurse anywhere. Why not try Charleston? If you're really wanting to get out, try it, just see. And I thought, you know what, I would love to try it. And if it doesn't work, at least I know, then sign up and work, move somewhere else, and always wonder what if.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was how I came out here. So I was ready for a change, and I thought, I just want to do something different. I want to get out of my comfort zone. And people say, "What, you moved all the way for love?" Well, I moved for the adventure, for doing something new. Why not take that risk?
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah. Well, you're
So-
definitely doing something new with the show now.
Yes.
Well, how has that been?
Yeah,
And
the
that
Bravo
was a-
fans are crazy, and I'm
that-
sure you've experienced both the good and the bad. How do you just kind of go from just like being a nurse to like people like who don't know you having bad things to say about
Correct. Well, the thing is when I moved out there, South Carolina has really strict laws. You have to show proof of residency, that you're living in an apartment. You have to get your driver's license. You have to do so much stuff. So it was a process of getting that. So in the meantime, I wasn't working when the filming had started. Really, a lot of the people on the show didn't know filming was, if it was even going on. They didn't sign a contract really till a few days prior.
Yeah.
So when I was with Thomas and we were talking about it, I kind of went back and forth, and I thought, why not? Again, I'll be his +1.
Right.
That's what I went into. I thought, I'm an adrenaline junkie. I'm like, this is a story. It'll be when I watch the show, which I haven't seen everything. When I watched the show, I thought, this looks like fun. They go out to parties.
Totally.
So I went into it, differently, but it wasn't what I expected. And, Bravo's not paying me what people don't realize. They're getting me
That's so interesting.
They're getting me for free, and that's what was very surprising. The price was right. Yeah. So, that's what's hard is I went in as this +1, and you see how much I talk, and I think that, I'm very transparent, open, and when they started asking me to do more scenes, Thomas goes, "Oh my gosh, they want more of you than they want of me." And I'd have to say I was sort of flattered, like ego stroke, like they like me, they think I'm cool. So, yes, I'm like, my head was this big, I'm like, sure, I didn't realize, when you sign that release, they're able to fictionalize your story any way that they want.
Yeah.
So, yes, so that's how that started.
But are you enjoying the filming? Like, would you want to do another season if given the opportunity?
If you were getting paid?
If you were getting paid?
If I was getting paid? We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yes.
So this week on the show, or last week, you sat down with Catherine, and it was a very pleasant conversation. Yeah. What were you thinking, like, going into it?
And what is your relationship like now with Catherine, like, in this moment?
I mean, she reached out to me the night before, okay? On a Wednesday night, she texted Thomas, or Tuesday night, she texted Thomas, and she said, can I get Ashley's phone number? And I was like, yes, because my first interaction with her at Shep's party was, I would like to get to know her better too. It wasn't the friendliest, we didn't have a lot of interaction, and I thought, yeah, this is a good chance to get to know her. So I replied to her immediately, and I said, yeah, when do you want to do it? Tomorrow. I'm thinking, well, I gotta get a spray tan, I'm thinking all these things.
No
I gotta get a
beds,
dress, yeah. And I'm thinking, in hindsight, I wish it was also a 90-degree other day. The heat, I don't know how she handles, she was wearing this robe, and I'm sweating.
You both looked great.
She was, but I was barely covered, and she was covered up and not dripping
That's so funny.
Some girls are just born lucky.
Yeah, and I think they're used to that, whether I'm from California.
True.
So I'm just going like this. I'm like, my spray tan, I'm like, what? It was horrible for me. But I went into it, I got there early, so I was sort of, trying not to psych myself out, but it's already intimidating meeting somebody, that has children meeting someone that has children, with boyfriend, because Thomas isn't the first guy I've ever dated with children.
Oh, really?
Okay, so then you add cameras.
Right.
Okay, so, and they're in like the bushes and they're behind you and I'm sweating and everything, my heart rate's going.
Yeah.
And, she's not always, she's not as talkative as I am. Mm-hmm. So it seemed like I was talking a lot more, but someone had to do the talking.
Right.
And, when I would ask, questions like wanting to get to know her, she didn't want to talk about that. She wanted to get to know who's around her children. Mm-hmm. So it did seem like I did a lot of talking, but I was very nervous, yes. I was nervous meeting her for the first time, but I was also nervous, with cameras, because again, that's all a new experience. And I wish it would have, happened off camera, but first, just to kind of break the ice.
Yeah. Well, you did an Instagram live last week that I watched talking about Patricia, who I take umbrage
Jackie
with.
hates her.
I just think she's just a mean lady, just mean. And you were talking about someone named what's Patricia's friend's
I don't
name?
even want to mention her name.
Okay.
Okay, let's just
Yeah,
call her.
But you were
Maggie.
defending Catherine, which I thought was really sweet. So are you guys in a good place
Now.
today?
We're getting there.
Okay.
Well, that's actually being presumptuous. You know, I hope we can get there. I mean, you have to stay tuned to see what happens and, you know, words that were exchanged. And obviously you saw the beginning of the episode where the egg donor, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
so I got a lot of.
I forgot about
you
that
know,
already.
Yeah, I got a lot of heat for that, obviously. So you'll have to stay tuned to see what really happens. But I did bump into her recently, and I tried to ask her to lunch, and she wasn't. It's too soon.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think so. I would love to, you know, get to that point where we could sit down for coffee off camera.
Right, of course.
You know, but it's when you have to put the children first.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're the priority. And it's not about her and me. It's not
Right.
about Thomas and me or Thomas and her. It's about the children. And if we can somehow all work together, that would be great. Because
Yeah.
I don't want, you know, to be excluded. I want her to be excluded in
Yeah.
things that we do. I would like for us all to, you know, be
A family.
peace. Yes. Well,
Sort of.
kind of, you know, I come from a divorced family, and my stepdad was, you know, very involved, and I always slept with a picture with my mom and dad on their wedding day next to my bed, and my stepdad never had any problems with that, and he was always very respectful, so I understand, and I'm not trying to cross any, you know, boundaries, and I'm not trying to be their mom. I'm just trying to bring lots of love and light and just be a good role model.
Yeah.
And I used to babysit and nanny, and I was a camp counselor. So
Same.
Yes. Not CNA. What is it? When you're a counselor in training.
CIT.
Yes. I had to do that, and then I did zoo camp, and I was counselor. So I always worked with children. So I love children so much. So you know, when I started dating Thomas, I was actually attracted to him more because he had children.
Right.
For some reason, because their priorities are different, and it's just
Yeah.
it's being part of a family. Not it's not saying that I am in their family. I'm just saying there's something wonderful. You know, I work as a nurse, and I love working with patients in their home because I'm a part of their family.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
So that's what really attracted me.
Are you gonna be on the reunion? And if so, do you know like in what capacity?
I don't know.
You don't know yet?
No. I mean, I'm not a main cast member
Right.
or even a part-time cast member. I know that Naomi last season did it. So, I mean, that's why I really appreciate you guys taking the time to hear me out and to have this platform, because unlike everyone else that gets to do the confessionals.
Right. You don't
I
ever get an
don't.
opportunity
But I
to
saw
speak for
on
yourself.
Thomas's Instagram that you do eventually do confessionals.
No.
Oh, you
no.
were in front of a green screen though.
That was for BravoTV.com.
Okay.
So that's separate than.
That could be frustrating, I
That's
feel like.
different than Haymaker, which contracts the show
Right.
to Bravo.
Got it.
So they're not affiliated. Yes. So that's different, and I was really grateful to be able to
Yeah.
do that. But you know, when I watch these scenes and then I see Catherine say something or something, and I'm going, I wish I can speak
defend
my
yourself.
truth.
Yeah.
Yes. And say how I was feeling. Like you just asked me, were you nervous? I would have loved that.
Yeah, that can be
So
frustrating. I feel like Bravo does that a lot with like subsidiary characters, like
Yeah.
Marlo Thomas. Like she's on every season of Real Houses of Atlanta, but she never really gets to
Yes.
defend herself because she's not a real character.
Especially since they have me in every episode.
Right.
It's one thing if I was just his plus one and I'm in
Yeah.
the background, but the fact that
You're a part
I'm
of
in
the
every
storyline.
right. So, and Whitney did try. He like sent a text, and they did consider it, and they said they don't consider it very often, so they actually, you know, took it up, and so that was a big deal. But no,
No, not enough.
not yes.
Okay.
So that's why I really appreciate this. This is the first.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Public-
glad to have you.
Ooh, look at
Yeah.
that.
Well,
So-
question that we got for you, you talked about Naomi, and I feel like this season on the show, I'm so glad to see like a group of girls and they have a really good friendship. Do you have that sort of friendship with any of the cast members, and who are you closest with besides
Yeah,
Thomas,
besides Thomas.
obviously?
Right. Off camera, I'm friends with Elizabeth. I love Elizabeth. JD is great. I really like Craig. I like Craig.
I like
lot.
Craig
I like
too.
Craig too.
I really love him. So, and he said some nice things about me, and he's, you know, very reasonable,
Yeah.
and you know, it comes from the heart, and
Yeah.
so. And Shep, we bumped into him, and he's always like, "Hey, you know,
Yeah.
here's drinks." And I think the sad thing is that the one woman I was able to confide in was Patricia, and you see that there's been some tension recently, and I don't want to get into that, but and Whitney too. I like Whitney.
Yeah.
I like Whitney.
Who do you think gave you the hardest time, like in the group, when you first kind of showed up?
Well, they were all really kind to me, you know, until you go back and watch where they're going, she's dehydrated, and I'm thinking, you know, they were all very warm.
What do you have to say to people who say you're thirsty? You can
my gosh.
tell them right there.
I am parched. I'm not even thirsty. I'm parched.
Water?
And I'm drinking my water right here. So thank you. I
You gotta
appreciate
stay
that.
hydrated.
Okay, so where can people...
As a nurse,
Right.
I would give some normal saline, some sodium chloride vein. So that's more. But now I'm not just thirsty. I told you I'm hungry.
Yes.
So it's, gosh,
We have
go
a
back
kitchen.
and forth.
Yeah.
We'll get you some snacks. Where can people kind of keep up with you, follow along on social media with you and Thomas? Where can they find you?
Yeah, on Instagram. I mean, this is a sort of a new world, you know, to me. I always had my close following, and now you're getting all these people all the time. Yes, you know, I try to post some real stuff and real pictures of us, but I've had so many people that contact me with, do you want to wear this dress? Do you want to wear this jewelry? Do you want to,
It's fun.
Yes, and what girl would say no to that? And if I can make a little profit off of it, why the hell not?
Yes. Amen.
So that's, you know, I'm getting so much, she's just in it for the fame, she's just in it for this. Well, no, I am working my ass off as a nurse. And if people could really see, I wish I can show that on Instagram.
Right.
I wish I can show people what my real life is like, helping these patients,
Changing
putting them in a wheelchair,
bedpans.
changing bedpans, bathing them, you know, wiping them. I mean, I wish they can see that, but you can't do that, you know, because of privacy and confidentiality. But that is my real life, and they don't see that. They see the more glamorous and fun side. But, you know, I do like to be a girl. I wear scrubs and I get dirty, and you should see the way I look. You would not recognize me. You would not recognize me. But when I have an opportunity to you know, dress up, and I'm going to take it. So
Well, you can follow Ashley H. Jacobs on Instagram.
Yes.
Obviously, Thomas Ravenel as well. We're so glad you could be here. Thank you so much for coming.
Much for having me.
You guys, we are back tomorrow again. We're here all week. Actually, oh my God, I thought tomorrow was Tuesday. What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Thursday.
What a great feeling.
3-day work week.
3-day work week. Monday through Friday, we're on Instagram and Facebook. And then we are also on the podcast app. So make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, like our Facebook page, and then also leave us a 5-star review in the podcast app. And if you want to comment on how beautiful we are, like that would be okay too.
Also, our first episode of our Patreon is going to come out later today, so
Yes.
stay tuned
We
and
will-
sign up if you haven't yet. Patreon.com/morningtoast.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.